Hey everyone, did you ever come across any video long back titled The Girl with the Broken Neck? Well, if you remember it, then great. You're going to love this book that I'm about to discuss here. And to be honest, I don't remember watching that video, and it's only after I read this book that I went and looked it up online and watched it. But I've known that Radhika Gupta is the MD and CEO of Edelweiss Funds. And when I came across this book, I thought, well, let's see what's there in it because I did need some financial lessons anyway. But this book is not about finances per se, but even bigger investment, that is, investing in yourself and your growth. Across the lessons in this book, Radhika takes us through her journey of how she ended up becoming the CEO of Edelweiss Funds, and it all started with her trying to attempt suicide right after her graduation. She is an alumnus of UPenn, that is University of Pennsylvania, and it was during her placements she kept getting rejected in her job interviews despite being the topper of the class. And now looking back, she says we shouldn't fixate on just one definition of success because finally, when she landed a job with McKinsey, she understood that life doesn't end just because you get rejected. And after working with McKinsey, she worked at AQR and ended up starting a company called Forefront with two of her batchmates from UPenn. She recalls that this journey has taught her so much, and even though she was a shy person, she pushed herself out of her comfort zone and started talking to people, and she took risks that paid off eventually. She and her batchmates started Forefront right after the 2008 economic downturn, and all the advice that they received back then was not really encouraging, but they pushed past it anyways. While all of this was happening, she was grappling with her own insecurities and comparisons that she was making in her head. While many of her batchmates were doing really well, she was just setting up her company, and by not taking any offers from other organizations back in the US. While her friends were buying homes and showing off their expensive stuff, she was working even harder to manage Forefront. All of this taught her that she's on her own journey, and there's actually no point in comparing her life with others because of the choices that she made. Eventually, she acknowledges her imperfections and uniqueness, and I think she did have a bit of insecurity about the way she looked due to her neck, but I guess across the chapters you can see that she ends up accepting herself, like the life she has lived. She has understood that each and every one of us is unique. And even when they sold Forefront to Edelweiss, during the merger, she was able to handle the employees and their concerns by stepping up to the challenge. Along the way, people did give her feedback, which she acted on, though it upset her. And she says it's only by taking the sour pill that she finally understood the importance of feedback in her journey. There are many things like this that Radhika talks about in her book Limitless. It's not just a personal memoir, but also a corporate guide, and the lessons in it will benefit anyone who's working towards building something in their lives. As a full time corporate employee myself, I could totally relate to the struggles that we face, right from placement till the ongoing career that we plan to invest in and wait for the compounding effect to kick in. There are many more such wisdom nuggets in this book. right from the experience of getting your first job, finding yourself in the corporate world, and navigating it, to finally planning your career in such a way that you end up finding a purpose that drives you forward, and it's, motivates you even further. And that's something, I guess, while reading this book, I actually realized that, okay, we can make our career purposeful. I hope you liked this episode of me talking about the book Limitless by Radhika Gupta. And I urge you to pick this one if you're also trying to make a meaning out of your career and its challenges. Until next time, take care.